Padres are on a roll. Jack Murphy Field at insert name here stadium has a roll of its own. The folks behind the Holiday Bowl hosting a Bocce Ball tournament. And for those of you who know so little about the game that you will call Bocce Ball, Matt Gilson put together this little beautiful intro.
Be on same field. Tony Gwynn just killed everyone for years.
Honestly, our team should have been the Tony Gwynners because all we do is win.
We won one game in the playoffs.
We beat our dads, so that's the best that could happen.
I don't care if you're young or old. You ought to get together and let the good time roll.
Well, you know what? As a dad, you always want your sons to do better than you do. We let them get too far ahead of us. And then once we started trying.
So yes, we beat them.
If you want to have a ball, you got to go out and spend some cash and let the good time roll now.
If you're out there watching now, then you're messed up because you should be here.
He didn't know we were doing bocce. I didn't know we were doing a costume. Together we made a mediocre team at best on both. I'm a big fan of America and cats wearing sunglasses.
You only live but once, and when you're dead, you're done. So let the good time roll.
Their first time ever playing bocce ball, so beginner's luck.
Did you just have to knock out your friends there? Was that friendly fire?
Oh, yeah. Those are one of our best friends. And,
it was tough.
Good.
If you want to have a ball, you got to get yourself together. Get yourself under control.
It's overwhelming. It's like the greatest event of our entire lives. Or at least it's of my life anyway.
That was fun, and I know that Paul loves seeing the Madison folks there from Wisconsin. All right, go to Vista now. Teams all across the nation gathering for the second annual sit-down volleyball tournament put on by the Challenged Athletes Foundation. While there's plenty of fun to be had, this tournament isn't just made up of average Joes and Janes. Several of the teams are composed with Paralympic competitors, including gold medalists from the 2016 Games.
Our athletes mostly have a physical disability or they're able-bodied and they're all sitting on the floor. There's no physical advantage by any one player who might have a higher vertical jump as everybody is equalized.
But this is a game that anybody can play. But if you look around the court, you'll see that there's a lot of athletes with various disabilities. They have the volleyball skills with their hands, but when you take away the legs, you really have to think about the game in a different way. And so putting people on the floor and having them seated, moving with their hands and their feet, puts a whole new spin on it, and it's a really addicting thing. It also moves really fast.
Moving day at Quail Hollow at the PGA Championship. Now, many people were spending their weekend by the lake, which is how Jason Day spent his, and others get stuck with yard work, which is how Jason Day spent his, and that's how you end up with a quadruple bogey 8 on the 18th hole. How does that happen? Well, Luis Oosthuizen chopped a little more than he can chew. He swings alongside the tree, hits a root, so it cost him an arm that's got to get fixed and a club that's got to get repaired. But the former British Open winner would rally, gets an even par 71, and after lackluster days from folks like Jordan Spieth, folks like Rory McIlroy, and folks like Dustin Johnson, looks like we'll see a first-time major winner on Sunday. Could it be Hideki Matsuyama, or maybe it might be Chris Stroud, or it might be Kevin Kisner? We're going to find out as we take a look at the board. As you can see, Kisner has the early lead, but it is a tight race. You're going to see somebody you haven't seen before picking up a trophy.
Well, yeah, you know, it feels easy till you snipe one in the water, then it seems really hard again. It's a difficult golf course. Every shot's demanding, and that's what majors are all about.
You told me this morning that you spent your morning building forts with your 3-year-old daughter. What are you going to do tonight to get ready for tomorrow?
She's probably in bed, so I get to just put my feet up, and she'll be ready to roll in the morning, though.
Well, San Diego State men golf coach Ryan Donovan stopping by the KUSI studios during the 6 p.m. sportcast to talk PGA, but of course the conversation always goes to those Aztecs. Say Xander's last name, and what's your preferred way of going with it?
You know, at our conference championship a few years back, they asked me how to pronounce it, and I said, he's been with me 3 years, and I still don't know, but Schauffele is kind of how I say it, and it's got a little ring to it.
I call it the omelet version.
Yeah, yeah.
Schauffele.
Yeah.
It pretty much tells the world, if you want to do well on the PGA Tour, you can stop at San Diego State and you'll be okay.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, luckily the record is, talks for itself, but we've got a lot of good players that are playing all over the different tours right now. And, being in San Diego, the best city of the world, and, it's an opportunity to play good golf and play a tough schedule. We've kind of are a blue-collar kind of team and roll our sleeves up.
Is it too early, or can we now start to erase Lefty from our minds as a genuine contender for these things?
No, he'll still be a contender. He just has so much history and so many wins, and, he's not playing his best right now, but we'll see him contending again at some point for sure.
The Clash at Clairemont is a time for skaters all across San Diego to show off their skills, but if you think this is only about ollies and flips, then you don't realize how the skateboarding world can come together for those that need it most. Jose Martinez taking you inside the grind for life.
This is the chance for the action sports community to come together around an awesome cause and give back to their community. A lot of the pro skaters and BMX guys live here in Southern California.
It's amazing. I mean, we really should be doing stuff like this once a month. Everyone wins. It's all about the cause, and it's all about smiles.
This is the biggest blessing in my life to get all these guys to come out and skate for the cause. Skateboarding at its best. This is the only event like this in the country. We call this the skateboard miracle.
This event is so fun. You get to have all your friends here. Everyone's here. You're just like hanging out with everyone, and then Skatercross is super cool.
This Grind for Life event has really grown each year. There's just been more and more people coming out to support.
Over the years, it's spreading the word and everybody coming out and helping. It's turned out to this big, huge event, which has been really awesome.
I love this event. I've been here for the past few years now. I came here when I was 6 and I saw everyone skating, and I was just so inspired, and it's awesome to now be a part of it.
Great stuff. Well, maybe Del Mar can help you with that answer. It's the 47th running of the Best Pal Stakes. 2-year-olds around the dirt for 200,000 big ones. Trevor Denman, take it away.
And Runaway is widening. 5-6 lengths. Here comes Dia DePago with a late run on the grandstand side. He's flying at them, but Runaway still well clear. Dia DePago finishing stoutly, but Runaway, a scintillating performance today.
A horse named Runaway, nothing. All right, Runaway with Flavian Pratt aboard gets the win. Simon Cowling and Train Colt getting you $5. Don't spend all that in one place. Now we wrap things up with Did You See That? And back to the baseball field we go. Now, there have been plenty of strange first pitches over the years, from gymnasts to horror movie weirdos and whatever 50 Cent thought this was, but I have a new one that takes the cake for best first pitch. Mark Johnstone of the Chicago Steel Hockey Club tossing out the first pitch. Wait, did I say tossing? Because that's a wrister, baby. How about that one? And the sound you hear is his NHL draft stock rising. How about that one? And we finish up back at the Clash at Clairemont. Allie Wagner, well, she does things I would never do, and that's why we like her just so darn much.
Well, let me tell you, Andy and I have worked on this. We did the ollie over Allie, and now we're one-upping it.
I believe I can fly.
I'm gonna go even bigger.
I think that you were just about 10 feet over me right now.
That's just the warm-ups.
That's just the warm-ups.
Spread my wings and fly away.
That's one way to sail at home. Well, that'll do it for the All Sports Report, but please stay tuned to the KUSI News at 11 with Ashley Rodriguez and David Davis. That is next.